We're baby. Okay, there we go. Mike started screwing up again, so you know how it is, how to record that. Re-record that. But first day out of my fast. And I will say it's a weird feeling. Everyone says you're not gonna have energy, blah blah blah. But I felt much of the same during my fast. Of course, you get hungry. Like, you look at food and you immediately want to eat it. Like, that's not different at all. But I will say my energy levels, like, they were, I would say they're higher. You know, right after you eat something, you get very lethargic, right? And in fasting, you don't eat anything, so you don't get lethargic. But I think it also, since you're depriving your body of food, your brain is pretty much pleading for the nervous system to uh, tell the body to go get food. And by doing this, the nervous system's like, okay. And it kind of gives you a little bit more energy to go out and get more food. I could see that as a biological adaptation, right? How our hunter and gatherers would have survived, right? Hunter gatherers and humans can survive 30 days without food. And if we're not getting food in our body, I can see how a biological mechanism could come about to kind of give us more energy to go out and get food, right? So it was interesting. Next, in March, I'm going to be doing a 5-day fast, and that one will be quite wild, if I'll say myself. I'm going to go back to my diet, but other than that, doing good. But today, I wanted to talk about an experience I had in the sauna. So I was in the sauna, and this individual comes in to the sauna, and then another one opens the door and is looking in. And this individual who has walked in, we'll just call him Kyle. Kyle pretty much screams, well, shouts, I will say, at the individual at the door, saying, "Close the door. I don't like, you're letting all the heat out. What the hell are you doing?" And then they get in a little spat, and finally, the individual at the door closes the door. And Kyle looks around the sauna. He's like, "Don't you just hate people like that?" And my response was, "It doesn't matter at the end of the day." And I just left it at that. And he didn't say anything. He just went back into himself and did the sauna. But reviewing that instance and that experience, I think I made a proper response. And I want to talk about that response here because that response, well, my God, I'm having a blank. It doesn't matter at the end of the day because it really doesn't for two reasons. The first one is a like a you could say nihilistic approach to it that none of none of our actions and none of us in like 2000, 3000, 10,000 years is going to matter. We're going to die. The earth is going to be here and it's going to keep going. And it's going to be here a lot longer than us. The universe is going to be around a lot longer than us. And even if we get amoral, so that means um, curing, what's it called? Curing diseases, right? And cancer and all of the ailments to our body, but not like car crashes or falling off cliffs, so things of that nature. even if we become amoral, I don't think we're gonna outlast the universe. The Earth is gonna die, and then maybe we hop to different planets, but in that sense, it's like the last thing that's gonna be around is the universe. It's not gonna be us. It's gonna be the universe. So no matter what we do, what we uh, accomplish, the universe will and life will keep going. It will move on, right? And you could take the nihilistic approach. That means there's no meaning in our life. But I've talked a little bit about the meaning of life and what I think the meaning of life is. And if we take like what I think the meaning of life is to live, to play, and hopefully to play the game of life well, then the only thing that matters is this present moment that we have with each other. It's being engaged in the present, that whatever act you're doing, you want to be fully engaged with it. So, like this, I'm fully engaged with this video blog. Oh, something came up. Oh, my bad. So I'm fully engaged with this video blog right now. Nothing else has my attention. Same with conversations. If I'm having a conversation with you, I'm having a conversation with you. Because at the end of the day, nothing else matters besides as the present moment and what's happening between us. Right? The future is just part of our imagination. The past is the imagination, is the memories that we imagine, we know. The our ability, pretty much our ability to uh, see yourselves in the past and see ourselves in those past that past life, but none of that is what's happening in the moment. So yeah, 10,000 years from now, nothing will die. All of us will die, and maybe humans go extinct. Who knows? But the most important thing is to live and to play the game of life in this moment, in this reality. And we can go into why is that with what I think of God and the universe and why it was made. But enough of that. I wanted to go back to my quote. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. So there you go. Oh, that's the first reason is that nihilistic approach. Whole world, Earth is going to fall apart and die. Second thing why it isn't important at the end of the day is the assessment of values, right? If you get angry at someone who holds the door open in a sauna just because you want to sweat more and uh, feel better in your body and to be more physically fit, then you are holding up that as a value. You value your time in the sauna, whether it's for health, whether it's for um, your own selfishness, whether it's whatever. You're valuing that. And since we don't have that much time in this world, we can only value so much in our life. So, in those instances, we have to reflect and say, okay, what things should I value? What things should I be passionate and angry about? Because there is times where you want to use that emotion of frustration and passion for your values. But if you don't know what your values are and you value every little thing, every little problem, then you have no other time to value the things that are important. right? So whenever I was saying it doesn't matter at the end of the day, for me, yes, I value my physical health, but I do so many other things and there's things in my control that I can do to affect my physical health that I do, that someone opened the door on the sauna or the sauna breaking down, it doesn't matter. You do another physical exercise. And things like I know my values, right? The things I will be passionate about. I will be arguing about. I will might get angry about too. Uh, Anger is very so something you have to watch out for. But things like love, like it's something in my control, right? I can love of my family and I can express that, right? And that's in my control. It's learning, exploration, adventure, philosophy, uh, health as well, authenticity, virtue. All these things are in my control, and all these things are what I value. So anything that goes outside of that, for me, it doesn't matter. I know I have a limited amount of time, and I choose to value these things, and everything else gone. I don't have time for it, right? So two things if he would be that individual Kyle, let's just call him Kyle, two pieces of advice if he's willing to listen to me is try to find out what you value because you only have a limited time. So getting mad at someone opening the door uh, and letting in cool air really shouldn't be on your radar because you have so many other things that you can value and love in your life besides this one incident. And also find things that you can control, right? Value things you can control. You can value your physical health, absolutely. But if you start are getting to the point where your physical health, you're you're going beyond on just something that you can control, if you start extending out saying, okay, well, now the world needs to appreciate my value, then the world's going to be like, sorry, my language, fuck you. I don't care about what you who care about. That's what's beautiful about the world of humans, right? We all value different things. That's what makes us unique. So the world and life is going to be like, screw you. I don't care what you value. Only you care what you value. So I'm going to go on and I'm going to send a bird your way to go poop on your head. I don't know. And if you value your cleanliness, it it's out of your control, you know? Sometimes you're going to get dirty, right? So I would tell him, hey, look, try to find things that you control that you value. Try to find out your values, and hopefully you can find out your values that are something that you can control at the end of the day. So those are the two reasons why uh, I said to him, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? It's that nihilism and the need to play and live in the moment and try to live it well. And two, your values, right? Finding values that you can control and playing that game of life well. But I don't go out of my way to try to give people advice. That's why I have this, right? And then if people ask and want to know and want my advice, I'll give it to them. If they don't want to know, if they don't ask questions, then I'm not going to tell them. Because why? They don't want to know. And if I'm telling them and they're not retaining the information and they don't want to know, then I'm not only wasting their time, I'm wasting my time, right? So it's a lot better just doing it on these video vlogs and then also answering people's questions, because at least in this I can think through my ideas, think through what I'm trying to say, and then if anyone wants to continue watching the video, they can. I'm not forcing them, right? And that's the beauty of the internet, right? You're not forced to do any of it. You can abstain from the internet if you want. You can keep watching me if you want. You can keep watching kitty cat videos for all eternities. It's the ultimate it's the ultimate act of freedom. But in that, we have to implement our own discipline so that we can achieve the values we want in life, like uphold the values we want in life, and also the visions we want for our lives as well, to change our present selves to hopefully one day be able to be a better version of us, right? Not for the future, but for the present moment. Okay. And I could go on another tangent on that, but I think that's good for the day. And I think I thought through what I needed to think through. So, like always, thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.